Hey guys, the Simple Student here. Welcome to episode 29 of Java Programming for Beginners. The last few videos we were looking at arrays and what we can do with them, but we're going to move a bit away from that today and we're going to look at methods that have changing amount of arguments, or that have a variable amount of arguments. Okay, so we're going to start off just making our method. So we're going to say public static int average. So the same as a normal method so far, but it starts to differ here. So we're going to say int. Now these three dots, that's called an ellipse, and then we're just going to make a name for it. We're going to say numbers. Okay. So basically what this means is, sorry I spelled public wrong. Okay. So basically what's going on here is we've made a method, and because of these three dots or the ellipse, the method knows that it could get any amount of inputs into it. So just have to add a return statement here to get these errors away. So we're going to say return total divided by numbers dot length. Okay, and this will all be explained in a minute. So we're just going to make our integer variable called total and initialize it as 0. Okay, so all the errors have gone. So all that this method is going to do is get the average of a certain amount of numbers. We don't know how many numbers, but it will be able to do any amount of numbers. Okay, so now inside this we're going to make an advanced for loop, and we're going to say for int x, and this x is going to represent numbers. What are we going to do? We're going to make total plus equals x. So it's going to add x onto total every iteration of the loop. Okay, so that should all be okay. Now all I have to do is just call the method from our main. So what are we going to do here? We're going to call the method. So we might as well just call it out inside a print statement. So we'll just say system.out.println, and we're just going to call it here and say average, and put our arguments in, so we can put any values, 4, 8, 10, 27. Okay, and semicolon. Okay, so let's try this and see what happens. Yeah, so the average of these numbers should be 12. I'll just trust it because everything here is right. So I'm just going to go through this once more and show you what's going on. So we've initialized our method here called average, and it has an ellipse, which means we don't know how many integers it's going to take as input, but just it's going to deal with them when it knows how many there is, and this is going to be called numbers. We've initialized an integer variable to 0. Now for all of these numbers we're going to add them onto total, and we're just returning this total divided by the amount of numbers we've inputted. Okay, and then up in the main method we're just calling average, the method average, with any random variables. So let's just go again and say system.out.print, and then we're just going to say average. This time we're going to make some bigger numbers. We're going to say 1002, 506, 809, 4003. Okay, and we're going to print this again. Okay, so the average of these is 1580. Okay, that's all really. I just wanted to show you that you can actually make methods that don't have a set number of inputs or arguments. Next time we're going to look at having multiple constructors for one class. Thanks for watching. This has been The Simple Student. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.